Okay. And so just to talk about this run, you had never really done anything like this endurance-wise before?
Well, I was in the military, so we did a fair bit, but not to this degree. No,
Okay.
this was kind of like, right, this is what I'm doing. So it was all mind for me. It was like I had to commit to doing it. Ross would have said, right, like Ross said, naive enough to start, stubborn enough to finish, right?
Right. This is Ross Edgley who swam around the UK.
So people would say to me, how do you think it's going to be? You're not worried about anything? No, I'm not worried.
It's a marathon a day for 30 days.
More than a marathon, right? So I've been working on my physiology, my technique's down. I've got really strong form. I'm not concerned about the physicality. I'm more concerned about the itinerary, the logistics of it, right?
Okay.
Being where we needed to be, accommodation. Yeah. My wife and kids are traveling with me. Katerina's like 8 months pregnant. It was like, oh my God, we've got to get all this right.
But were you running a lot before you did this, or were you
I trained a fair bit for it because and the seed kind of was planted in December. Okay. So come already January, I was just going out. I'd start from our house to Regent's Park running track was 2.5 miles. Okay. 10 laps of Regent's Park. It's a small track. That's 2.5 miles. A lap of the outer circle, Regent's Park, is 2.5 miles. And I'd run home 2.5 miles. So I'd do that barefoot, right? So that was like 10 milers. So I was doing 10 milers and I'd get to 100 miles a week. Okay. So I was putting in 100 miles a week, going on half a Lydiard stuff. Then I'd do out and back. So I'd go out and I'd get back in a certain time, try and get back in the same time.
Okay.
And then it became, right, I do 10 miles, I'll pause, I do 10 miles. So I trained everything into 10-mile segments. And that's how I set up the run. I basically just said, right, I'm just basically going to run 10 milers. I'll do 10 miles, I'll pause, a little bit of fuel, go and do 10 miles. A little bit of fuel, go and do 10 miles. But I also, because I wanted to make this run about sustainability in the environment, I then set up interviews with sustainability experts, right? Podcasts. So I thought I'd start a podcast. This is the platform to do it. Not really appreciating the level of what you have to do to hold space for an interview, right? To be present in that moment after doing 20 miles. It's mainly 20 miles. And some of the days I had to run 20 miles flat rather than my 10 milers to get to a point to be able to sit down and get the mics on.